Hello, welcome to Distant Worlds 2. We are beginning a new playthrough of the Haakonish Empire, and we're gonna change our starting scenario up just a little bit. So I normally do 1,000. I'm gonna drop it down to 700 and normal 6x6 galaxy size, just to scale it down a little bit. See if I can make the campaigns a little bit shorter. That being said, I'm still gonna do the pre-warp. Restless aggression, extreme difficulty, very slow research speed. I am going to change this to all projects visible just so we could see it. I know originally when the game first came out, the screen was super laggy. So it was like recommended to always do only next projects, but that's a thing of the past. So we will go ahead and do that. And we're leaving tech trading off. Pirates, we're going to have very many, very strong, average proximity. They do respawn, normal amount of space creatures. Colonization wise, rare independent colonies, normal prevalence of colonies, 100% range, 300 meters. I think those are the standard. Race, the Haakonish is what we're going to do, the little aggressive, swampy frogmen. And we're going to go with a republic type government. We could choose between any of these options, but we're going to start with the republic and go from there. I feel like I don't think I've played too many republics. I like the idea of the treaty bonuses, and then when the leader changes, I get a mild boost, and the leader changes every 8 years, so that could end up being a pretty good thing if we end up getting a good leader as a replacement. And as we saw in the last campaign, if you watched it, spoiler alert, at the very end, we got a ridiculous leader that ended up boosting us beyond the victory condition, and then we won. Just because it changed. And that government type, the Way of the Ancients, only changes every 300 years. So at that stage of the game, I had so many bonuses applied to like leader quality that I think it generated this insanely powerful leader that ended up boosting me way over the top. So I'm hoping that as I grow and as the empire develops, if our leader's changing every 8 years and we're getting better and better leaders over time because that bonus is going to go up, it'll be a little more real time and not just all of a sudden at the 300-year mark. So we'll see what happens. I'll have to keep that in mind. But yeah, we're starting pre-warp, random location, normal home system. Other empires, I moved it to 10 instead of 12 because we're doing a smaller galaxy. I'm going to leave it on random. I'm hoping, with any luck, I will, have a color that isn't clashing with somebody else's, and I can actually see my borders pretty well this time around. But we'll see. Victory threshold, I'm just gonna leave them all the same. Leave all the story, leave all the race specific events, colony events. We're just gonna leave those all on, and we're gonna go ahead and generate the galaxy. So in reading the description for the Haakonish, it sounds like they're arrogant, aggressive, reptilian species with a focus on tech and tech development. So yeah, aggressive and unreliable, natural skills and engine research, hyperdrive. So hopefully that will be good. Like we start paused, we're zooming into our system. Here is our marshy swamp planet to start. All right, so we're building our first constructor and our first explorer. Who do we got here? New president. You are an expansionist, so you focus on that. Sounds pretty good. Let's take a look at what text we could start with. I feel like early warp field experiments is probably the best option to start with, because the sooner we can jump out of our system, the better off we're going to be. All right, we'll go ahead and unpause for now. We'll keep it on the lower speed for the time being. Oh, it already advanced us to 50%. And research labs. That's nice. All right, so we got our first exploration ship. Hopefully it will be making its rounds. Let's go ahead and Build another one. Oh, look at that. Planetary governance, already got it. Got a spaceport under construction. We're just kicking off right from the get-go. That extra leader quality is really nice. So as we grow, our leaders should get better and better and better because that plus 10 leader quality bonus empire-wide, as we build it on more and more planets, you could say a stacking effect. Pretty sure all of our settings carried over from previous, but let's go ahead and just double check. Funding levels I have set to manual, which is fine by me. Focus on colony growth for sure. I'll handle ship and base design. Construction can be automatic. All that stuff looks good. Independent ships, good. I will probably change up the weapon and component focuses as I start going down specific tech trees. But for the time being, I will leave it where it is for now. Capture when high tech or larger than can build. Sounds good. Disassembly is where it's at. You want to get some free research points. The earlier we can get building on that stuff, the better. All right, so this exploration ship is just surveying our home planet. We're discovering the initial resources. I will ultimately have to build some more structures because we are going to need to start doing some mining. But exploration first. Definitely want to get that going sooner than later. Looks like we did get a free crash research, so that's really nice. That's going to help us get these warp fields a lot quicker, which is going to be great. Then we'll be able to move around even our own system faster. There's something over here. Part of me wants to let this spaceport get built, but there's another part of me that just wants to focus on getting these exploration ships up and running. So I am going to move at least this one forward a little bit. If I can get maybe 3 ships out and then worry about the spaceport, that would probably be for the best. All right, so this jade should start building up over time. Population growth is kind of slow right now, but that's all right. We go ahead and speed up for a little while. At this point, we're just waiting on construction and the explorers to go around and actually scan everything. All right, construction ship is done. Don't have any mining locations at the moment. Exploration ships need to get done first. We definitely have to explore some of these asteroids. You're up there on the other side of this planet. All right, we got a new discovery. Looks like our ship is going over there to build a research station first. Then a mining station would also be a good idea. All right, looks like the automatic scanning is focusing on these asteroid belts, so that's a good thing. We also have to get some of these mining ships up and running. Maybe I should get at least one of those done before I focus on the spaceport. I don't know. Maybe a mining ship and a freighter. Just so I have a way to get more resources. All right, another exploration ship's going. Hopefully this mining ship will be done soon. All right, looks like we discovered another Aculon, another resource. What's our range on these ships? Yeah, we can't even make it to the next planet in our system, so we're kind of stuck until this warp field is done and we redesign the ships. All right, so that freighter is done. So now at least we have a way to, well, it's doing the research right now, but after the research station, it's going to build a mining station. And then hopefully we'll have the ability to pretty quickly shuttle supplies back and forth. Get our first resources coming in, because the construction resource, you know, we got a decent amount of stuff right now, but we are going to need more steel and stuff at some point. All right, so Science Research Station is up and running. Looks like it's heading back home to get supplies to go back and build the mining base. Looks like our best option right now. All right, these guys are trying to go over here, but they're going to run out of fuel. I don't think that's a good idea right now. Yeah, I'm going to head these guys back home, just so they don't do anything stupid. We're just about to get that early warp field experiments, which will give me hyperdrive, and then I can retrofit these explorers and get that all up and running. I'll slow it down as soon as that's done. Perfect. So we got hyperdrive done. Let's go ahead and immediately retrofit our ships. Gonna upgrade everyone and add in skip drive. Maybe we'll mess around with that a little bit later. Let's get our exploration ships upgraded first, because that's gonna matter more than anything. What's the defect? Must have a hyperdrive. Oh, that's surprising. All right, we'll get rid of a fuel cell, replace it with that. Or small one. All right, construction ship's the next thing I need to make sure has a hyperdrive. The other ships I don't need to worry about right now. A little bit shy. Do I need all these crew systems? I do. All right, we're going to take off a missile for now. We don't have enough energy production, but it'll at least jump. All right, so we're good on the constructor and the explorer. I don't know, maybe we could take the missile off of this. Still one shy. I guess I could take that off. All right, let's see how this goes. I do want to re-automate my ships now. All right, those aren't military ships, so let's fully automate and retrofit. Fully automate, retrofit. All right, let's get them all retrofitting, and then hopefully they'll be able to fly around a little quicker. After this guy finishes building up here, I think I will go ahead and start retrofitting. Research projects, we got to start another one. The next one should probably be deflectors. Right, we'll go ahead and speed this up just a touch. I do think I'm going to build another construction ship. Probably not two. I don't know if I can afford two right now, but we could at least get these exploration ships going with the hyperdrives. That would be really good. I'm actually move those up and make sure they get done before construction ship. All right, we're gonna have our first hyper jump here. Very nice. All right, so our range now encompasses. Oh, that's interesting. So like the there and back range, the inner circle, really small compared to just going like a one-way trip. I think that's interesting. Hopefully, I mean, we have a lot to discover in our own system, so hopefully this will be process. They have plenty of time to explore. We can get some use out of that. All right, mining station is up and running. Their first actual resource mining. He's going to auto retrofit, which is great because this guy is ready to hop and go. I don't know where they're going. Over here, it looks like. Oh, right in the same area. All right, we got our first other resources available. Low suitability, so we're not going to be colonizing there anytime soon. Definitely going to be building some mining stations, though. These resources are far too valuable. Especially this Kazlan. We need a lot of that. All right, research-wise, I don't know if any other place yet. Nope, not yet. I'm waiting for the pirates to come out of the woodwork and start hammering me, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. For now, we seem to be doing all right, building up mining ships. Got some basic hyperdrives going. Exploration ships are flying around. Good news is the more mining stations we build, the better off our economy is going to be in general, because we're going to start building more. Well, the private sector is going to start building more ships. And that's going to give me some bonus cash from shipbuilding. That'll be good. Oh, we got our first spy. Very nice. I'm not going to do much with them right this second. I don't think we can do anything with them right this second. All right. Lost colony. Decent bonuses. I like it. Definitely want to build a research station. The more research we can do, the better. It's going to help us grow quicker. I'm going to move this down to one concurrent project. At this stage of the game, I don't really like working on more than one thing at a time. We're about to start scanning this planet over here. All right, I think we could build another couple construction ships. Probably another couple exploration ships. We're not doing anything with them yet, but we will. All right, we got that going. Look at the next thing we can build. Stable warp fields would help get us further. Compressed fuel storage is our specialty, though, so let's go ahead and work on that for now. Then we'll do armor plating. Then we'll do stable warp fields. Really, probably at some point need to work on ion weapons and torpedoes. I really like torpedoes in general, just because it can bust through the shields. Definitely repair. Oh, nice. Stable warp fields. We got some free knowledge there. Not much, but hey, I'll take what I can get. We're definitely going to want to build pretty much mining stations everywhere we can. This looks like a pretty nice planet to colonize. We can't actually colonize anything yet. We don't have the tech, but plus 28 is pretty solid. All right, we got a new scientist. Let's go ahead and look at what that looks like. The lower colony happiness is a little unfortunate, but okay. You're going to be at Rio 6. Hopefully gain some bonus research. I'll have to keep an eye on you. Looks like we got another layer of exploring we have to do here. Hopefully our exploration ships make some better progress than they're currently doing. Certainly taking a while. But it is early game. Early tech. Well, the sooner we finish these fuel cells, the faster we can get outside of our own system. I'll pay a little money to trigger crash research. I was kind of hoping it would happen automatically, but it hadn't yet. All right, these freighters aren't doing anything yet, but I'm guessing they're just waiting for enough materials to be mined and needing to be accumulated onto these planets. Yeah, we have more than what we need to maintain right now, so maybe once that Dantha fur's done, looks like we need some of that. Imagine we'll definitely have freighters coming over here to get the Kazlan. Matter of fact, did I retrofit those? I don't think I did. That's part of the problem, I think. All right, so let's get a skip drive on these boys. They ain't getting far without that. Guess that was probably problem number one. Ancient spacecraft, advanced design, but very poor shape. I mean, you gotta research it, right? All right, so colony, basic colonization. Gotta do expanded civilian ships first. That's this. I guess we could dump that on the list of things to do. We're not gonna get to it super quick, but it can be in the hopper. I mean, the sooner we get that done, the better, because we could really use the extra population growing on this planet. The faster we could scale, the better. All right, we got some more resources coming in here. I imagine the private sector is going to be growing at a decent pace. We got 15 small freighters churning along with 8 mining ships. Some of those resources should be popping in pretty quickly here. Yeah, there's the grain, the root. Get some of that skin coming in soon. All that's just going to help our development. I think we just discovered the silk as well. Yeah, there we go. Now we got a little everything. Our development keeps ticking up, which increases our population growth rate. The faster we grow, the faster our research grows. More tax income. Everything just gets better and better with that. Book of Commerce. Great income. All right, leader replacement. See what our new leader looks like. We don't have you haven't gotten any advanced skills yet, but we'll see. Your traits are unknown for now. Can't build any scenery for tourism yet, but hopefully pretty soon once we get more expanded civilian tech. I know I'm playing at 4x speed, which is a little fast, but there's not a whole lot going on aside from what we're doing to colonize our original system. Hopefully with this compressed fuel storage, we can go a little bit further. But it looks like we still got quite a bit of research to do anyway. All right, let's go ahead and retrofit our ships again. Want these mega density fuel cells, especially in these ships. All right, we should be back to retrofitting now, hopefully. Take a look at our exploration ships. I think most of them are surveying right now, but when they're done, they hopefully will go back and retrofit. Yep, there they go. I'm really hoping the extra fuel cells make a huge difference, but let's see. Fuel capacity 100. We'll see what that gets bumped up to when they retrofit. Oh, nice. Looks like we got a free crash research for armor plating, or the AI automatically did the crash research, one of the two. I think after armor, we work on stable warp fields, because between the fuel cells and the better warp bubble generators, we can go a lot further, keep expanding and exploring more and more. The faster we explore, the better, because we can discover ships and like abandoned ship graveyards and use constructors to rebuild those ships, bring them back, break them down, get the free tech out of them. And the sooner we get out there and find it, the better off we're going to be, because it'll prevent other people from finding it first. That's the hope anyway. Let's see what actually happens. But the focus in the early game is definitely on exploration. All right, so this has 150, so it's like 50% more fuel. Which, let's see after they refuel what that range looks like. Doesn't count as a research bonus, unfortunately. All right, so you're maxed out. Oh, look at that. Something pinging over here. Well, the sooner we get this done, the better. Oh, there's our first pirates. We can definitely do a protection agreement. I will accept that deal. That also means I can put my first spy to use. I think. Let's see here. Yeah, look at you. You're untested. Let's test you a little bit. Do something that's pretty low risk overall. Do basic transport systems. I do want to go into the settings here and change my intelligence missions to only steal research for now, and just be super aggressive about it. All right, what's the ambassador doing for us? Nothing yet. All right, can we crash research this? expensive. Cost half our money, but probably worth it because that's the only holdup in getting the exploration out there. I do think it probably makes sense to focus on, after you get the warp fields, start getting colonies up and running, just so that we can continue our expansion. Can't grow too quick, but for sure this plus 28, no reason not to colonize that as soon as possible. Hey, we got another spy. We don't need counterintelligence. Yeah, just try to steal that. All right, you were detected, but you didn't get caught, so that's fine. Oh, double agent. That's not good. Gone. All right, we got about 1 year waiting to do before the warp field's done, and then we'll upgrade all of our ships again. That will help us get out there and exploring a lot more. I mean, we've got a bunch of exploration ships just sitting there doing nothing. They have the construction ships. I actually want to build maybe a couple more exploration ships. We're gonna need them. Another new spy. See if he could end up not being trash. Go for deflectors. A little aggressive, but that's all right. I'm gonna move a little more into research. Hey, mission completed. Stole some basic space commerce stuff. Very nice. Oh no. I'm gonna have to get rid of this guy. Well, maybe he'll get caught or something. Just keep assigning him risky missions. Demoralizing is a terrible trait. I'm gonna have to get rid of him as soon as possible. I don't need him dragging down everybody else's skills around him. Speaking of which, we should probably check and make sure nobody else has any terrible traits. Energetic is good. Take that. All right, stable warp fields. Let's go ahead and pause. We definitely have to retrofit everything ASAP. Don't have a ton of power, but they can move quicker with it for sure. Always worry about the power of it later on. They'll move slower, but it doesn't really affect them. Oh, that was the station, not the ship. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. Let's call it greater small 2. Even though everybody else is on 3. I'll fix it later. All right, everybody should be retrofitting now. Yep. Retrofitting, refueling. All right, you have full fuel. Oh, yeah, look at that range. I want them to go over here. This seems to be where all the fun is. You don't want to do a protection agreement? All right. Whatever. We got our first pirates actually attacking us now. At least they think they're going to be attacking us. Yep. They're raiding the station. All right. Now we got... All of a sudden, we got pirates coming out of everywhere. This is where the fun begins. So the weakest ones that have no known military strength are the ones that are protecting us. Seems like a kind of a bad deal for us. Okay, they seem to be particularly angry. Hey, look at that. Invest a little cash, get some fast mining. Happy with that. Yeah, you want to offer us protection? Good with that. Oh, we got an independent colony. We can't afford to give them anything better than this right now. And we don't have any colony tech at the moment, so I guess we really don't have to do anything. All right, we got recreation systems. Who's got the easiest? That looks like they're all about the same. All right, we'll focus on advanced deflectors. All right, so this is why they had us jumping over here, because there's a independent colony. I'll have to save up some cash and then try to bribe them. It's going to take time to build up that trust with them anyway, so. But we're going to keep losing money as we keep getting raided. That's the unfortunate part. They had blown up our spaceport. We rebuilt it. Still raiding us, huh? This is going to get kind of brutal. Now we got all these pirates coming after us. I really just want to get a ship. I hijack a ship and oh, they blew up one of my research stations. Jerks. I think our defenders are supposed to be more powerful. I'm gonna slow this down now that we're getting beat up pretty bad. Yeah, I think this raid's gonna succeed. Aren't any of these guys gonna be not mean to me? Right, you won't be nice. Hey, we stole space commerce. I'll take that. I'll just accept protection from anybody who's willing to give it to me. None of the big boys are protecting me, but these other ones are. All right, we're just gonna keep trying to steal those advanced deflectors. Really have no other choice. All right, looks like we're out and about and scanning everything that we can. Construction wise, I think. Oh, I don't know what we're doing. Be nice to get this built up. We apparently need more Mebnar. We've lost several construction ships, unfortunately. All right, well, I think I will go ahead and put the cut in for today. A lot of exciting stuff has happened. Our first episode, we got our colony up and running. We got hyperdrives fairly quickly. We're starting to explore the surrounding area. We've got some research. Unfortunately, we did get hit by pirates, which is unfortunate, but I'm sure we'll recover from that at some point. And we have some good prospects as far as colonies go. So, I mean, in our own system, we got a plus 28. So that's definitely going to be the next planet we go to as soon as we get the colony research, which is I guess technically 3 researches away after torpedo weapons. Once we have torpedo weapons, though, I think we have all the basic necessities to start assembling something resembling a fleet so that we can maybe get lucky and disable an enemy ship and hopefully hijack it and bring it back and break it down and get some free tech out of it. So that's the goal anyway. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, see more content in the future, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.